Mental Toughness. Jim Loehr, Dr. James Loehr, Loehr. I had the privilege, the opportunity to spend a great deal of time with Jim Loehr. If you have a program, you're a program director, have a manual. Give credit where credit's due. When it comes down to Loehr, he's written many books. Have your juniors read one of his books. His last book, Storytelling for Mental Toughness. Great, great book. When it comes down to the cost of a tennis lesson is far greater than the cost of a book. And I find very often that most juniors have not read one book on tennis, and they have thousands of dollars spent on them. But Jim Loehr has 12 mental toughness concepts. Eye control, the eye of the tiger, Rocky Balboa. You can tell so much by a competitor's eyes. Someone rolling their eyes, and the parents of teenagers will attest to this, it's far worse than someone rolling their wrist. Rituals. Ritualistically, what do you do before the serve? What do you do before the return? What do you do in between points? What do you do in between games? A junior, for example, if they're losing, in between games, they don't even sit down. They don't take advantage of the 90 seconds in between games, the 2 minutes in between sets. A senior player, they show up with their own chair because they know they might play at a facility where they can't sit down. And they want to take full advantage of the clock and have rituals. You practice rituals. You film rituals. The pace, it's not just the pace of the shot. Don't rush in a match. Some players play slow, some players play fast, but play consistent. You want to try to dictate the pace of the match. You want to have an even tempo. You don't want to be that emotional roller coaster. Breathing. The opposite of breathing is to choke. You don't have to grunt. Many times that will be over-trying, but you want to breathe out. It will help elongate muscles. It helps with rhythm. It helps with focus. It helps with technique. Take a breath out at the ball on the serve. Again, the opposite of breathing is choking. Most tennis players don't know how to breathe. High positive intensity. You know, the pros, when they make a mistake, they're high negative, but it's instant and they convert it into positive. You don't want low negative. Low negative, we see it all the time in tennis. A kid will pout, mope, sulk, whine, whimper, but it's high negative, and you just convert that into a high positive. The physical action response. What does someone do in between points? You got to have the confident fighter image. You know, not everyone can play like a Pete Sampras, like a Martina Navratilova, but people can compete like Leighton Hewitt. Now, maybe you're not a Leighton Hewitt fan, but you got to respect his confident fighter image. Relaxation and calm. Besides being intense, you have to be able to be relaxed. We always say that relaxation skills are as important as racket skills. So many times kids think their self-worth is on the line, their self-esteem, they go out, they play threatened, ego kills, and they cannot be relaxed. They have no composure, they cannot be calm. And we'll keep coming back to these when we get to on-court training. Managing mistakes. Do you manage the mistakes or do the mistakes manage you? Negative self-talk. Wire someone up, tape them. You know, it's amazing. I suck, I hate tennis, I'm going to quit. This game is so stupid. I'm playing the worst player in the world. Most people don't have any original self-talk. It's very unusual to hear somebody say something that you haven't heard said before. Here's one. I just hit the ball in the bottom of the net and I yell out, I can't believe it. What do you mean you can't believe it? You've been doing it for a decade, you're going to always do it. The best tennis players in the world will miss shots. Roger Federer will miss a shot by 20 feet. He now has the ability to look at it, clear the computer, and go on. Sense of enjoyment. Coming back to love the battle. You know, do you want to win love and love every time? There's no fun in that. The battle. You have to enjoy the journey. You have to love the practice. You have to love everything about it. It's not hit and giggle enjoyment, but you have to have great sense of enjoyment for your sport. Positive attitude. Attitude will be your altitude. Image your racket up. Look like a winner. Jim Loehr, fake it till you make it. Act as if is a powerful tool. Don't let the scoreboard regulate your emotions. Keep that racket up. Keep your physical action response, your body language, up. And again, we'll come back to these, but write those down. The nice thing about an educational tape like this is you can go back, take notes, write it down. You didn't get it the first time, go back, listen to it the second time. And it's going to take that type of tenacity. That's my favorite word. It's going to take that type of tenacity to become the best tennis player you can be.